A Korean female version of Taken? Is Lee Si-young positioning herself as a female counterpart of Dawn Lee, aka Ma Dong-seok? These were a couple thoughts that ran across my head when I first watched the trailers for No Mercy. So, was the film successful in being labeled as a Korean version of Taken? Was Lee Si-young able to fix herself as the female match of Dawn Lee? Let's find out. No Mercy was directed by Im Young-taek, who worked on a few minor films prior to this. The movie features several main leads, including Lee Si-young as the older sister, Park Sae-Wan as the younger sister, Jun-Hyeok, and Choi Jin-Ho. The film is about an older sister looking for her younger sister who was kidnapped. Ine, played by Lee Si-young, was recently released out of prison after being wrongfully accused and sentenced. Now that she's reunited with her younger sister, Eun, played by Park Se-wan, the two promises to never leave each other's sides again. However, this all changes when Eun suddenly disappears without any notice. With worriment, fear, and uncertainty deeply engraved in her heart, Ine does whatever she must do to get her sister back. As she gets closer and closer to traces of her sister, her rage grows stronger and stronger. No Mercy doesn't mess around when it comes to action. It starts off with high intensity from the get-go and maintains it throughout its duration. And that's what this movie does extremely well, giving the audience a badass action movie with an equivalently badass female lead. It's filled with very refreshing action sequences, as one can tell from the trailers, and despite it seeming cheesy in the previews, the fight scenes were quite satisfying in the movie itself. The film goes through a lot of different phases, but action was a mutual quality that ran throughout the runtime. To be completely honest, Lee Si-young's acting wasn't anything spectacular. However, her ability to carry out the strenuous actions the movie demanded was incredible. I believe Lee Si-young actually performed all of her action scenes without a stunt double, which makes it even more impressive. If Dawn Lee has a killer punch, Lee Si-young has a killer kick. Some may say this was just another revengeful movie, but it actually has several social messages, including but not limited to disabilities, minor exploitation, bullying, rape and sexual abuse, to just name a few. No, the story itself wasn't a very solid one, and the story was fairly complicated and confusing, but it is made clear later on, and honestly, who watches these types of movies for the story? You watch for the action, much like movies featuring Dawn Lee. You just want to watch the protagonist rampage through anyone in their way and give the bad guys what they deserve. Quite frankly, I expected the movie to not have a story at all, judging by the trailers. However, it actually did have a narrative to my surprise. Besides Lee Si-young, the other actress, Park Se-wan, also shined in this feature. Her acting was simply phenomenal. I hadn't seen her in other previous works, and I believe she's a rookie in the field, but you wouldn't think she was a novice actress if you watched the film, but rather a well-established movie star. The character of Eun is mentally disabled, and Park Se-wan perfectly depicted the role while not disrespecting nor being over the top. As with any other movies, there's always room for improvement. By no means was No Mercy a perfect film. One negative about the film, in my opinion, was the cinematography they chose to go with. It felt kind of old school at times, but modern at others, making the tone seem inconsistent. There were several over-the-top music and sound effects that took away from the film, and also a few scenes that took place in the car where you can clearly tell a green screen was used. Furthermore, the film lacked practicality. As mentioned before, Lee Si-young's character is in a red dress and heels as she fights her way to her sister. How practical is that? Minor spoiler alert, the dress and shoes were given to her as a present from her younger sister, so it's understandable in a sense that she wore the outfit. However, she could have literally just taken off the heels. There was no reason to be running around, fighting here and there with heels. Totally impractical. And finally, one of the main reasons why I feel like No Mercy was rated R in Korea was due to its vulgar language. The Korean equivalent of the F word was used like every other sentence. Yes, there were other elements that contributed to the film being rated 19+, but I believe the main reason the movie wasn't PG-13 was because of its heavy use of profanity, which is unfortunate because the frequent use of profanity wasn't critical to the film. I'd say it would have been much better to ease up on the swearing a tad bit and extend the range of target audience. Going back to the questions posed in the beginning, is the film entitled to the label Korean version of Taken? Not really. It was definitely beyond my expectations, but there weren't any memorable lines like that of Taken.
I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. I will look for you. I will find you. I will kill you.
nor was the story a very solid one. And although Lee Si-young's action performance was impressive, I think there's still ways to go before reaching the level of Don Lee. Overall, I'd say it was a decent watch. Don't let the trailers fool you. That being said, just don't have too high of hopes when going into it. I'll give No Mercy a ticket price value of $8. That concludes today's review of No Mercy. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel to show me your support. If you love my work, your support on Patreon would be very much appreciated. Also, if you would like to further discuss on Korean movie related topics, you're always welcome to join the EonTalk Telegram group. We have a bunch of friendly people in the group ready to discuss. Thank you to everyone that watched till the end, and I'll see you guys in the next one.